I just went and bought me this Kawasaki Prarie. She's the automatic kind. Had a little bit of an issue with the petcock here. It's a little on the leaky side, so we got to work on that. I'm not entirely sure that all the descriptions are where they're supposed to be. Problem with this cat, she doesn't like to idle unless it's on the full-blown choke side here. So what I bought, just stopped at O'Reilly's, I got me a can of Berryman's. If you guys follow Vice Grip Garage, he highly recommends it, and I think I have to agree with him on that. It's good stuff. Also brought this Lucas Octane Booster. Don't know how good the gas is in here, but that right there will set it on fire like a bonfire full of used motor oil. So we're gonna go ahead and dump both those in there. And I'm gonna take it on home, let it kind of slosh around in the gas tank here a little bit. We'll see how she does when we get home. You guys, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to really piss off the fuel. So just, dump the whole can in there, and that'll be just fine. It'll really help to clean out whatever's, in the fuel lines. Yep. Get this Lucas open here. Just gonna dump the whole thing in here. Let her really just mix that gas, make it a nice hot fire. Hopefully doesn't explode. Probably will, but that's okay. All right, let's send it on home and see how well she mixes up. Welcome back to another episode of How Can I Ruin This Machine and Probably Not Make Any Money on It. My name is Josh and welcome to Tom Creek TV. So, as you saw in the intro, I picked up this Kawasaki Prarie 300 Autumn this morning for a steal. Yeah, I didn't take advantage of the kid. He was learning how to buy and sell, building a C10, so I didn't want to take advantage of him. I could have gotten it for a lot less, but I did the right thing and really helped him out. It's a really nice bike. The only problem is it will only run on one condition. Choke's on. And that's it. Now the problem is I could run this thing down the road a mile, come back a mile, let it be all nice and warm and running. Still won't run without being unchoked. But now when I'm running down the road, hauling ass, I can, in fact, turn the choke off and just haul ass down the road, and it runs perfect. It's a really clean. Plastics are in pretty good shape. It's got one little catastrophe over here. So I think I'm going to undo all those zip ties and go back and put them the other way. It's not real nice on the fingertips. So we're going to get that fixed. Today, I'm going to go through it. It does have a mile marker winch set up, and it is there, and it all looks really good. Now the guy told me that basically the old winch just blew the motor in it, because here's the positive and negatives to it. So what I'm going to do is take one of my spare winches over there hidden behind the lawnmower. We're going to plug it in here. We're going to see if we got a winch, because that's just only going to add to the value. It's got the headlight holders, or the headlight wiring. I got the headlights over here. This one's a bit of a catastrophe. I think it got hit at some point. I'm getting as close as I can. We're going to throw her back in there. Got the other headlight over here. There's the winches I was talking about. But more importantly, what I'm more excited about is I have 2 extra lift blocks over there. And I have a vehicle that just creeps forward. Just doesn't sit, just doesn't look right. So I'm going to throw a 2-inch lift up front because it's 2-wheel drive. I'm going to see about throwing the high lifter lift that came off the Rancher on the back here. See if we can stiffen it up a little bit. Remember, folks, when it doesn't run good, if it looks good, it's still not going to sell. I'm just kidding. If it doesn't run good, if it looks good, it can only help your situation. But most people nowadays want a bike to run good. That's just how there is to it. So let's get started. First thing I'm cutting that lock off. I don't know what it's there for. And then we're going to get started on putting the winch in before I do the headlights. Got a little more field of vision with the headlights off. Let me get this thing up on a lift here and get to wrenching. Here we go. Oh yeah, we got lots of travel in those springs, but they're going to be a lot harder. Well now, how do you get that off? Is it just set up in there? Hey, Mom. I'm inside. That's how I'm doing these lifts. It's a little bit higher than that side, but it should be okay unless we try to go, you know, take this into Busco and just send the absolute hell out of it, which I'm not going to do. See how these bolts go back on, these nuts go back on. Got quite a bit of lift out of this side because it was way off the ground at first, and now it's not. Well, whatever issue there was is gone now. Well, let's see what it looks like on side 2. Oh, I like that a whole lot better already. I'm already a big fan of that. Yep, I'm a big fan of that. Free lift for your 2000 and something, 2004 Kawasaki Prarie 300 free lift. Just pull it up on out of the hubs there, and you know, don't go more than an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch would be the maximum I'd go, but there you go, fellas. Now she's sitting a lot higher in the front, so now it's time to get the back up in the air. Maybe I can get that one out. We can actually use a puck on it. I don't know. Shocker. Doesn't fit. That's like I knew that was coming. Well, it's got a lift. Not a very good one, but it's there. Are you dying? Yep. So, I guess I gotta stop right there and charge my phone. Great. I went and charged my phone because it went down to 1%, and while it was charging, I put in the headlights and I dropped in the winch, and she works. One direction. It'll pull it in, but it won't pull her out. So, yeah, it's fine. It didn't have a winch before. Now it has a winch. You just kind of gotta freewheel it on the way out, and she'll work just fine. But so started smoking on me I went and checked the oil, because I think it's just overfilled to the point it's blowing right past the rings, and I was right. This the dipstick on this fellow is real short, but I shouldn't be able to see the oil sitting right there. So I'm going to drain out about a half a quart to 3/4 of a quart and see if she comes up some more. And then maybe I'll go put my stand up and take her for a ride and see how she does. She still wants to run and choke, so I'm going to really help it out with some carb cleaner right into the throat of this thing here. As soon as I get done changing the oil on it. I don't want it to get any hotter than it already is. And then we'll go take it for a spin. So let's do it. You want to make sure your drain bucket's slammed full when you're doing this too, so you have absolutely no room for error. And that's what I've got. 8 days full of about 3 different ATV oil changes. Oh. Ah. I never. Ah. Ah. Ouch! Thank you. Oil changed. Just kidding. I only drained out about a quart, maybe a half a quart, because I don't have enough oil to do a whole oil change on this. So I just wanted to get it drained down enough where it wasn't blowing past the rings because it was so overfull. I hope that was enough. I guess we'll find out here in a second. So we're going to be using this Berryman B12 Chem Tool. It's really, really good product. I really enjoy it. It's for carburetor, choke, and throttle body cleaner. It can also be used to wash your hands, clean your face, and clean your boots if you want to. So let's see how she likes this. So she's still got issues. It's still not happy at all, and I don't know what to do except to just send the ever-living hell out of it for like miles and miles and miles and just try to cook the jets and hopefully get them cleared out. I don't know if it was just ran on bad gas or if it sat for 2.5, 37 years or what, but I went out and did some whirly-woos in the backyard, and it runs really good when it wants to. When it doesn't want to, it's just it's just not happy. So we're gonna do some more tuning, fine tuning, just send it down the road, and we'll see where she winds up, and then I'll put her on Marketplace and off to someone who's probably just gonna put a snorkel on it and do other crazy stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the support. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace.